All right, YouTube and Rumble, I took another trip out here getting the kayak together. Still struggling with kayak fishing. Determined that this kayak is definitely going to need either a rudder or some kind of a motor on it. I don't know, but it won't sail straight. Anyway, I took this thing out. It's really hot, so took this out from home base. Drove down here to Limestone Bay. That's this little body of water right here. You can see it on this map pretty well. That's actually a boat launch right there. You just take this dirt road. Well, you go down highway exit 2 to Mooresville. Take this dirt road down here. There's several launches down there. One of them is actually a boat launch, and the other one is a couple of them you could launch a kayak on. Anyway, wasn't supposed to rain, but I got rained on and had some equipment problems. Still struggling with tying knots and casting. Anyway, I'll get this. We'll get this. I'm not going back to live baits. We're gonna get this solved. Y'all have a good one. Little village of Mooresville. It's exit 2 off the interstate, and it's about 15 minutes till dawn. It's not supposed to be raining. Okay, stuff happens. Let's see if I can find this entrance. Yeah, this road is awful. The river is to my left, and there is go over this creek. You can actually put in right here. You can put in this creek, except there's a big huge tree blown down on one of these. It's either this one or the other one. I think it's this one. And then the other one, there's another little bridge up here. There's another little bridge that leads to the creek, and you can put in here too. It's a very steep incline going down the embankment. I'll come back here and film it when the sun comes up on the way back. But you can put in here. It's just a little more work to roll your kayak up the embankment. This is the second bridge. Weather people are always wrong here. Okay, this is the boat launch. I think this is, yes. This is a bird sanctuary. It's been raining a little bit lately, so there might be a little mud back here. Yeah, there's a few oofs on this. This is a hard-packed dirt and gravel road. If I remember, it's a couple miles long, actually. This is going to be fairly boring. If you come out here during the daytime, you need to keep your windows down so you can listen. There's somebody usually coming around one of these curves at about 40 miles an hour. I mean, just total idiocy. Maybe I need to stick to more civilized boat launches. Sun is up. And after some clumsy playing around, I got this thing in the water. And it looks like it could be a nice day. They had some, that over there looked like a thunderstorm. And this is Limestone Bay. Now, this is pretty big water for a kayak, or at least I think so. Mostly because somebody can come around in a boat and just run you over. Which is probably why I need a flag for this thing. But you can hear the interstate off that way a couple miles. It's really loud. And I got my thing set up, my fish finder. And I think what I neglected to do when I was playing with that was I didn't charge the battery up. Again, I had it charged a little bit so I could test the fish finder, and then neglected to redo it. So there's a whole checklist of things you need to do if you're going to go kayak fishing. A couple of which I have apparently neglected. One of which is getting this thing set up. So anyway, it's a neat little package though. I got the thing out front, the batteries in a Rubbermaid container, and I caulked that in there. But I can pop that out, take this up, and take the sonar transducer up and just pick them up and toss them in a milk carton until the next time I want to go fishing. Except like a dummy, I didn't do this morning. So we're gonna paddle over here. I think the water's pretty shallow in this area because there was a wading bird standing in it right over where I'm pointing. And the water's it's warm. It's like a bath. Ugh. I don't know if I like that. But we're gonna toss a lure in here and fish for a while and see how it goes. Mostly, it looked like a pretty grim morning this morning, and it turns out it looks pretty good. And it's not hot at all yet, because lately it's been really hot. And it is not hot right now. So we should be able to at least paddle around here and goof off a little bit. Not actually catch anything. GoPro has the weirdest battery on the older GoPro. Is I don't know, you turn it on and it says it has 48% charge, and then you turn it off because nothing's really going on except trying to figure out where I'm going to cast, and then you turn it on again and it's got 80% charge. I don't think it even knows. I don't think it knows what it's doing. Anyway, it's not bad morning now, just cloudy. I'm not catching anything as usual. It's nice to be out here. But definitely have some skills I need to work on, like casting, maybe. Yeah, that would be one. Lure selection. Funny thing about this kayak is if the last paddle you make turns the bow one way or another, and you just float, you keep floating, You're thinking, I want to be back over there, and it's floating over there. And it looks like the wind has just died down, so that's not moved me any. The funny thing is, it's just now I'm not where I want to be. I'm gonna float over into the spider's nest over there, hanging from that tree. I think I'd rather not do that. I could drop the anchor, but then pulling up the anchor every 20 feet for a cast would be just kind of a pain. My fish finder didn't show up today, so I'm gonna fish my way back to the boat launch, which is probably, I don't know, quarter mile that way, and then wrap it up and go home, get me a cup of coffee, and do the morning stuff. I don't know, I'm a long way from these professional dudes on YouTube that just cast everything perfectly and catch a fish every other time. See now I'm drifting. I don't want to drift. I'm drifting now. I got slack in my line. I don't want to pull it up. I wanted the worm to float down to the bottom. This is a problem. So yeah, what I've learned is there's a whole lot, these fishing channels where the guy floats around in a kayak and catches fish all day. There's a lot more going on. I mean, the paddling skills. I mean, you don't even notice them because they're so smooth. But there's a lot to this that you don't even think of. Like loading a kayak up on the car and getting it put in the water and putting all your gear on it and all this other junk. Tying up your lures correctly and casting. Always used to fish, just put a worm on a hook and throw it in the water and something would bite. But I don't want to do that. I want to do it like all the pros do. They're getting rain at the house. Listen. Wading birds over here. It's usually a sign that there's something swimming over here. Other people here always wrong. I mean, it was supposed to be cloudy until about 10 and it's sunny. No rain forecast yesterday until this afternoon. But here it is about 7 o'clock, 7:30, and I'm getting wet. I'm being rained on. I don't know.
That's not much. No lightning, but kind of annoying. I mean, kind of stupid to complain about being out on the water and getting wet, but it's like, hey, I'm not supposed to get rained on. Supposedly, the fish don't bite when it rains; they bite before. So another cause for irritation, I guess. Put in right there, but there's a big tree blow down, and I think there's another one behind it. You can see that. But yeah, I've never put in here. Yeah. Right here. The first Mooresville bridge, and you can put in right here, but you get to carry your kayak up that. It's just I don't know, not as much fun as I would hope. I guess it's about as steep as a boat launch, though. I don't know. I've gone in that way. It's a nice creek to paddle, probably a half mile or more to get to Limestone Bay. It's pretty cool. But I'm gonna head for home and call it a day. Y'all have a good one now. That is a freaking alligator. Right there. That is a freaking alligator out here. What the frick?